Hello, myself Dr. Vijay Chandra Jedla welcomes you to today's session on cloud computing. As part of cloud computing series, today I am going to discuss related to the storage. Today I am going to discuss as part of core enabling technologies unit 2. Myself, Dr. Vijay Chandra Jedla, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence, School of Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence, SR University. Today I am going to discuss related to the storage. The major storage devices, services are Amazon S3, Amazon EBS, Amazon EFS, Amazon S3 Glacier. Amazon S3 means simple storage service, Amazon EBS elastic block storage, Amazon EFS elastic file storage, Amazon S3 Glacier. These are the four concepts related to the storage. Next, AWS cloud storage concepts are simple storage service S3, elastic block storage EBS, elastic file storage EFS, Amazon S3 Glacier. Simple storage service, which generally used in AWS for the sake of static websites. An object storage service that offers scalability, data availability, security, performance. It is used widely for use cases such as data lakes, websites, mobile applications, backups and restore. So S3, that is simple storage service of AWS, is generally used for static websites, then data storage lakes, then for the mobile applications. Next, after this, we are going to discuss related to the elastic block storage. The elastic block storage that provides block level storage volumes. For a volume Amazon related to the Amazon instances, elastic block storage has raw unformatted external hard drives that can be attracted to the EC2 instances, attached to the EC2 instances. That means elastic block storage or the large volumes that used to be attached to the EC2 instances, and it is stored as raw unformatted external hard drives. They are ideal for applications that require frequent updates to the single file. So this is all about the elastic block storage. Elastic block storage EBS volume, that is measured in IOPS, that is input output operation per second. So here the block storage volumes are meant for the EC2 instances, Amazon EC2 instances, then EBS volumes that will have the raw unformatted external hard drives that are being attached to the EC2 instance, and they are ideal to the application that require frequent updates to a single file. So the single file is input output operations per second, that is elastic block storage, which requires the volume measured in IOPS. Then comes to the EFS, elastic file storage, provides a simple, scalable, fully managed elastic file storage system that is used with the AWS cloud services, that is on-premises resources. It is built to used for the large number of EC2 instances that can used to lift and shift application migrations, content management and web services. So this elastic file storage is majorly used to shift the huge quantity of files or data to one server to the other, one to another, and it is majorly application migrations, that is content management systems are used. Then comes to the web servicing. These all considered as for the EFS, that is elastic file storage. And after elastic file storage, the next concept is related to the elastic block storage. After elastic block storage and elastic file storage, the next concept is Amazon S3 Glacier. So Amazon S3 Glacier is a secure, durable, extremely low cost service for the data achieving long term backup. It is designed for data that is rarely accessed and where the retrieval times of several hours are accepted. So how the retrieval data backup, it will take the data backup as well as it is rarely accessed and it will retrieve the system for the several hours or acceptable for the sake of the backup. So here Amazon S3 Glacier, a secure, durable and extremely low cost storage service for data achieving and long term backup. It is designed for data that is rarely accessed and where retrieval times of the survey several hours are majorly accepted. This all comes under the Amazon S3 Glacier. Then comes to the next concept, that is related to the elastic blocks storage. The elastic block storage, it is what if you want to change one character into 1 GB. That means if you want it is what you want to change one character in 1 GB in a 1 GB. So here total data, GB data, we cannot waste it. So the block storage, all the total data storage block is divided into again parts, and in each part is considered as the block or object storage, whereas the block storage, on the block storage this object will be stored. So here the block storage, the change one block, that is piece of file that contains a particular character. Then comes to the object storage where entire file system must be updated. So in this particular file, that is the block storage, a particular object can be stored. It is meant for the entire file to be updated. And block storage where the change one block piece of the file that contains the particular character. Then comes to the elastic block storage, which enables you the storage volumes that are attached to the Amazon EC2 instance. What this particular block storage will do is it will enable you to create individual storage volumes and attach it to the Amazon EC2 instance. So here we are discussing here related to the Amazon EC2, which enables you to create individual storage volumes that attach them to the EC2 instance. So EBS, elastic block storage, all the files or the volumes, the storage volumes will be attached to the EC2 instances. This Amazon EBS will offer a block level storage volumes are automatically replicated within its available zone. It can be backed by automatically to Amazon S3, which snapshots. One is the major uses or boot volumes and storages for the Amazon EC2 instance, then data storage with a file system, database OS, then enterprise applications. So once we are going to discuss clearly related to the elastic block storage. It is the block storage which enables you to create individual storage volumes, and we can attach them to the EC2 instance. And Amazon EBS offers you the block level storage where the volumes are automatically replicated within the availability zone. It can be backed up automatically to Amazon S3 through snapshots. Then the uses are boot volumes and storage for Amazon EC2 instances, data storage with a file system, then comes to the database OS, then enterprise applications. So these are the different things related to the elastic block storage, that is block volumes and storage of Amazon EC2 instances, then data storage with file systems, next database hosts, then enterprise applications. So here Amazon EC2 or EBS enables you to create individual volumes and you can attach them to the EC2 instance. It will offer you the block level storage where its availability volume will be replicated within the availability zone. So here, after this particular use case related to the Amazon elastic block storage, the next concept is related to the SSD, that is solid state drives, and next is the hard disk drives, that is HDD. So in SSD, general purpose and provisioned IOPS, and hard disk drives HDD, that is throughput optimized and cold. Then maximum volume size is 16 TIB. Then comes to the maximum IOPS or volume is 16,000. This depends upon, when it is a general purpose it is 16,000, it is provisioned IOPS means input output volume, that is storage related. Then comes to the other concepts related to the storage. That is input output operations per second. So EBS offers you the performance of the elastic block storage, which is measured in the form of IOPS. IOPS means input output operations per second. It provision IOPS SSD backed the Amazon EBS elastic block storage volumes that can give you the highest performance. However, if your application does not require or won't use performance that high, this general purpose SSD is usually sufficient. Only SSDs can be used as boot volumes for EC2 instances. So this SSD can be used for the boot volumes of the EC2 instances. The lower cost operations might be solution for additional storage or use cases other than boot volumes. So this is all about the input output related to the data storages. So first one is the SSD, that is solid state drives. Next one is the HDD, that is hard disk drives. So all these are interrelated with the Amazon EBS volume types. So Amazon Cloud Storage has the Amazon EBS volume types, One is the solid state drives SSD, another is the hard disk drives, that is HDD. So here we are going to discuss related to the SSD and HDD, that is volume type use cases related to the Amazon EBS. So here Amazon Cloud Storage, Amazon EBS volume type use cases we are discussing here, that is the general purpose and provisional IOPS. In the general purpose, the type is recommended for the most workloads, and the boot volume is in volumes. System boot will be in volumes, and it will use the virtual desktops. Low latency interactive applications are used. Development and test environments are majorly considered here in the general purpose solid state drives, and whereas the provisioned IOPS, critical business applications that require the sustained IOPS performance will be considered with the more than 16,000 IOPS or 250 IMB per second of throughout the throughput per volume. Then large database workloads are used related to the provisioned IOPS. Then hard disk drives HDD, that is throughput optimized related to the cold, that is streaming workload that require consistent fast throughput at a low price. Then comes to the throughput optimized with the big data, throughput optimized with the data warehouses, throughput optimized with the long processing, throughput optimized, it cannot be a boot volume. Then hard disk drives HDD is related to the cold related concept, that is throughput is oriented storage for large volumes of data that is infrequently accessed. The scenarios where the lowest storage is cost related is, it is very important, it cannot be a boot volume. Next comes to the elastic file storage futures, that is related to the snapshots, point in time snapshots, that is then it recreate new volumes at any time. Then encryption, it will be encrypted Amazon EBS volumes, no additional cost is used. Elasticity, it will increase the capacity, change to the different types. So these all will be considered as the Amazon EFS futures, that is file futures, elastic block storage file futures. Then comes to the volumes EBS, the volumes are IOPS and pricing. The volumes is related to Amazon EBS volumes persist independently from the instance. Then all volume types are changed by the amount that is provisioned per month. Then IOPS. So here general purpose which we are using is the SSD. So for SSD the general purpose is to charge by the amount that you are provisioned in the GB per month until the storage is released. Then comes to the magnetic, charged by the number of request to the volume. Then it is the provision will be the charged by the amount of the provision in IOPS. So the charges will be provision for the month. Every month the AWS will send the root user the billing. So the provision related to the IOPS of SSD, the large volumes related to the elastic block storage, the billing system will come to the root user. Then the snapshots, so snapshots can be added to the EBS, that is elastic block storage, and snapshots to the S3 per GB, the month of the data stored. The billing will be related to the how many snapshots you have stored and how many S3 related data you are stored, that will be calculated. And data transfer, the inbound data transfer is free above, that is within the region, within the bound the data transfer is free within the regions. Outbound data transfers across the region, one region to the another region, the charges will occur related. This is all about the data transfer, snapshots of Amazon Elastic Block Storage, and how far you are going to get the charges. So this is all about the Elastic Block Storage. AWS Simple Storage Service S3. We are going to discuss AWS Simple Storage Service as part of storage services. The AWS Simple Storage Service, as overview, the major terms here are: data is stored in objects to buckets, that means the data which we are going to store in the bucket is considered as an object, and virtually it is an unlimited space. There is no declaration that this much space should be there, but a single object limit is 5 TB, designed for 11.9s of durability, that is 99.9999, like that 11 times if you write that percentage, that means almost 100% durability. And granular access to the bucket and object. You can have the exact access to the bucket as well as the object which you have stored. So these are the major concepts related to the S3 bucket. What we discussed here is S3 bucket is related to the high scalable, durable and secure object storage service. AWS Simple Storage Service S3 is highly scalable, durable and object storage service offered by Amazon Simple Services. Here is breakdown of its key features or data storage model, that is S3 stores data objects within containers, that is called as buckets. An object consists of the data itself, a user defined metadata and unique keys that is related to the file will be there for us for the identification. That means every bucket which you created should have a unique file name. Based on this unique file name, only the data will be stored in AWS. Within the bucket, the data is considered as an object, and the container is the bucket where the object will be stored. This is the simple storage service, that's a S3, and the virtual storage limit is unlimited. So S3 offers the virtual storage limit. S3 offers a virtual storage limit, storage capacity which will meet your requirements regarding the provision of storage and advances, and it can also store as much data you need. Then there is a limit for this particular storage. A single object should not exceed the 5 terabytes in size. So single object size limit is there, while overall storage there is no limit. A single object is limited to 5 TB in size. For objects larger than 100, the storage S3 recommends you to the multi-part upload capability for better throughput and reliability. So if it is, the object will be, it may be 100 MB more, then it will ask you to go for a better options, that is multi-part upload is given, provided that is the object will be divided into different parts and different parts will be uploaded. Then exceptional durability, S3 is designed for 11 nines, durability is 99.9999 up to 11%. This extremely high level durability is achieved for redundancy, which is used for storing your data access. Multiple devices are used in multiple facilities within the AWS region. This project's against data loss will be of hardware failures, corruption and other uses. Then comes to the granular access control, that is S3 provides you granular access to both the buckets and individual objects that will control your access of the data and what actions they can see, and it will perform read, write and delete with various mechanisms such as bucket policies, then JSON based policies attached to the bucket to define permissions for the principals, then Amazon control list ACLs, legacy method for controlling access to at the object and as well as to the bucket level. Then comes to the AMP policies. These AMP policies are integrated with AWS Identity and Access Management IAM, to define the fine-grained access permissions for user groups as well as roles. Then S3 access points, which will simplify managing access to shared dataset by creating dedicated network with the endpoints and with the distinct permissions. This is all considered as the S3. Then with the enhanced S3, it is highly reliable and cost effective solution for storing a variety of data, which includes backups, archives, big data analytics, static website hosting and many more. So these are the major advantages related to the S3. So as we discussed, Amazon simple storage service, S3 overview. The overview is data is stored in objects in the form of the buckets. So data is stored in the form of the objects in the buckets, and virtually there is no limit of storage. Single object can be up to 5 TB, designed for 11 nines of durability, that is 99.9999 up to 11 times. Then granular access to buckets and objects. Then comes to the URLs related to the AWS. To upload your data, you have to create bucket in AWS region, and the bucket name should be unique. If it already exists, it will inform you that rename it or give a unique name. Already exists, give a unique name. You can see here it is S3 bucket, and you have to give the bucket name. Then you have to store it in the region. So finally you will get the bucket URL after uploading the object to the bucket. The bucket path style is of majorly two styles. Amazon S3 bucket URLs are of two styles. One is bucket path style URL endpoint, that is https s3.ap-northeast1, and another is Amazon aws.com, then bucket name, and where the next style, the Amazon aws.com will come at end, and bucket virtually hosted style. This is considered as bucket virtually hosted style URL, whereas previously this is considered as bucket path style URL. Then comes to the S3 common scenarios, that is where this S3 will be used. It will be used in media, it will be used on EC2 instances for the websites, it will be used as application hosting, it will be in connect with the data centers. So AWS S3 scenario, common scenarios are backup and storage, application hosting, media hosting, software delivery. So these all are the different things related to the S3. Let us discuss in detail related to the S3. So in general, S3 is the highly reliable, cost-effective solution for storing a wide variety of data, including backups, archives, big data analytics, static website hosting, and many more. Based on features outlined for AWS S3 here, how it is highly suitable for the use cases which you mentioned, that is backup and storage, the virtual unlimited storage, which is related to the which eliminates the concerns about the running out of space for the backup regardless of the data volume, that is 11 9s of durability, that is 99.9999 like that up to 11, that is maximum 100% durability, almost 100% durability, where we can reliable on the S3 buckets, which ensure that you back with the data which is highly protected against the loss and reliability available. Even the recovery system will be very high, so it will be majorly used. These S3 buckets are majorly used for the business community. Then comes to the granular access, that means it will allow you to control, you can access and restore the backups, you can enhance the security provisions. Next comes to the storage, that is cost effective storage. S3 offers the almost free storage for related to the objects, and it is unlimited. So S3 offers various storage classes: S3 standard, S3 intelligent tiering, S3 Glacier. So all these are effective storage systems, and we are going to host the applications of the S3. Majorly static website hosting is generally used by the S3. Static website hosting, that means there are websites are majorly of two types. One is the dynamic website, another is the static website. S3 can directly host the static websites with the help of the languages or tags or scripting languages, which we generally consider as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and different images, video and audio files also. By configuring the bucket as the website endpoint, this is very cost effective and highly scalable way to deploy the simple web applications. Then comes to the storage, data storage for dynamic applications. While S3 does not run server side code, it widely used by the dynamic applications. Example, those running on EC2 or Lambda. to store various types of data like user generated contents, images, videos and application logs. High availability and scalability. This is another consideration. As core AWS services, S3 provides the underlying high availability and scalability necessary for the application data, which ensures your application which can serve many users without performance bottlenecked related to the storage. Then comes to the media hosting, the virtual unlimited storage that comes under the scalability, durability, where you are going to use the high data storage for the sake of the media, audio files, video files and other media files. S3 provides you the scalability, that means you can increase the capacity of storage or you can decrease it as per your requirement. And durability, it protects high volume of the media without any loss. Data recovery system is also very high. Integration with the CDN, that is cloud front, can be integrated with the AWS S3. These all are the major advantages related to the AWS, where you can see the different scenarios such as Amazon S3 simple storage service scenarios that are backup and storage, application hosting, media hosting, software delivery. Then comes to the elastic file system. Before it, once again, backup and storage, application hosting, media hosting, software delivery are the major concepts related to the common scenarios of the AWS. Elastic file storage use cases. Now, as part of core enabling technologies, storage concepts, I am going to discuss related to the Amazon elastic file storage use cases. Elastic file storage provides a simple, scalable and fully automated and managed elastic file storage system for user with the help of Amazon cloud services. It is majorly meant for the storage system for the user for Amazon cloud services. It built to be used with large number of EC2 instances and is often used to lift and shift. You can lift as well as shift application migrations, content management forms and web serving. So elastic file management system enables you to fully managed elastic file storage system. Here this elastic file storage aligns with use cases are, the first one is web serving, where excellent fit related to the websites, web applications. Elastic file storage is ideal for web applications such as content management system and media hosting platforms on multimedia web servers. All web servers can access the same content files such as WordPress, etc. Next is we are going to discuss related to the enterprise application usage, which is another use case which is strong fit in this particular enterprise applications such as ERP, internal tools, shared directories for business teams. It requires a shared file system for storing reports, assets, or users' data. Electronic file system provides a scalable, durable, and highly available shared storage. These applications are needed often for the sake of lift and shift migrations. That means we want to shift from one server to the another server, or from the traditional usage of the cloud to the AWS server usage. This type of shifting will be provided. The cloud with the minimal changes, it will give you the standard file system environment interface. Then comes to the another most important use case is media, where media workflows like video editing, studio production, broadcasting, and many other audio files, video files, photographs, sound designing, editing, and it involves the multiplication of large files that require shortage storage, electronic file system. These all are the part of the electronic file system, where the strong data consistency, high throughput, and shared files access, which can significantly fit these collaborative and data intensive tasks. Next comes to the shared and home directories. So this is about the natural choice for shared and home directories, offering a scalable, durable, and high available alternative to traditional network, which is related to the network access attached storage, that is called as NAS devices. The user can access their files from multiple instances, and the file system automatically scale up and scale down, and it will scale up as the data files grow or scale down as the data files shrink. So this is all about the shared and home directories, which is one of the use cases. The next use cases is database backup. Electronic file system provides high level database backup and even retrieval system. There is a less chance of data corruption, but it can be retrieved, and electronic file system serve as convenient target for database backup files, snapshots, as archives that you can easily dump the backup from the databases. The databases generally it supports is RDS and self-managed databases which are on EC2, and the electronic file storage is also used for the data safety, data security, and data integrity. Backup is automated and incremental backup. That means as per our requirement also we can take the backups in this particular database backup use case. So Next is developer and app tools. So developers generally use for the large quantity of data storage, EFS, that is electronic file storage. Electronic file storage is widely used in development and testing environment. It provides a common shared location for code repositories, build artifacts, test data and develop environments. It forecasts collaborating among development teams. Its elasticity and ability to be accessed by many computing services, that is EC2, ECS, EKS and Lambda, make it highly versatile for modern development pipelines. Then comes to the container service. So it is excellent fit. The containers can operate frequently that needs persistent or shared storage for stateful applications. Electronic file system is ideal for providing persistent shared access to the common file repository for containers running on Amazon ECS, Amazon EKS, AWS Fargate. The EFS container storage interface CSI driver simplifies managing EFS file system for Kubernetes cluster. Next comes to the big data analytics framework, which will be of Apache, Shark, Hadoop, as well as for the machine learning and big data analytics will handle a large quantity of data, where large data set across the multiple compute nodes will be handled. So EFS will support a lot. It will take it as a centralized scalable data source for these clusters, which will provide you the accessing and concurrent access to data files and process as well as analysis. So these all are the different concepts related to the electronic file system use cases. The electronic file system use cases are related to the web serving, media, container support, storage, backup and restore, and all the things which are related to the electronic file storage. We discussed only 10 top use cases of AWS electronic file storage. Next we are going to discuss about the Amazon EFS futures. The Amazon EFS futures are related to the file storage of the AWS cloud, which works with the big data analytics, media processing workflows, content management, web serving and home directories. So these are the major components related to the electronic file storage, that is big data analytics, data storage, workflows, media processing workflows, content management, web serving and home directories. Thus data will be taken in the scale of petabyte scale, and low latency file system is used. Shared storage is one of the advantage, where the EFS storage can be shared as per the user's credentials based on authentication and authorization. This particular scaling will be there. Elastic capacity, that means it can increase the capacity and or it will decrease the capacity. That means scale up and scale down will be provided by the elastic capacity. Then comes to the, it supports the network file system, that is NFS. The versions are of 4.0 and 4.1. Then finally it is compatible with Linux based AMI for the Amazon EC2. So these are all the elastic file system common features which generally used. Then we will go to the EFS architecture. You can see here availability zone A and availability zone B, availability zone C. So three availability zones are there: availability zone A, availability zone B, availability zone C, then elastic file system, mount target, then it can take the support. Mount target is for the last availability zone B, but it can take support of availability zone A and availability zone B in case of any high loads of the data. So here the EFS architecture supports shifting of availability zones so that the data can be with high scalability, reliability, and retrieval system will be very easy. Then comes to the EFS implementation, that means electronic file storage implementation. It creates you elastic EC2 resources to launch on the EC2 instance. So here it will facilitate you to use the EC2 resources and you can launch the instances with the help of the EFS. It creates your EFS file system. It will mount the targets and appropriate subnets will be provided, availability zones will be provided, and you can shift from one availability zone to the another availability zone automatically based on the requirement, and it will connect your EC2 instances to mount targets. It will verify the resources and protect of your AWS file system. Next, regarding the file system, electronic file system resources. So here majorly it will concentrate related to the mount target. Mount target will be identified and secured by subnet ID and security groups. One or more file systems can be used where you can create virtual private cloud subnet, and one per availability zone is used, must be of the same of virtual private cloud, and the tags related to it are key value pairs. This is all about the electronic file system resources. So core enabling technologies related to the storage concepts are Amazon Elastic File System resources. So this is all about the electronic file system. Then the next topic. Now we are going to see related to the S3 Glacier benefits. S3 Glacier benefits are majorly related to the characteristics that help the cloud storage service. Is the major S3 Glacier benefit is low cost. Comparing to other storages, here the S3 Glacier, the average cost is 1.2 cents per GB. S3 Glacier has the low monthly storage cost per gigabyte. It highly competitive for the average storage related to the other storage devices. AWS S3 Glacier is flexible in retrieval of current data and storing of data. It consists of high reliability, storability, cost effectiveness, and it works for a long periods. The benefit is very high. The primary benefit of the Amazon S3 Glacier is service. It is cost effective for data that is rarely accessed but needs to be kept for long periods. No upfront capital commitments, that is key advantage of cloud services, that is interrelated to purchasing and maintenance. The expensive hardware is related to the servers, storage, arrays data centers. You may pay only for the storage you consume every month. This eliminates large initial investments and shift costs for capital expenses. That means if you are using any traditional cloud computing environment, traditional servers, you have to use capital expenditure, that is capex, and you have to use the operational expenditure, that is opex. So these two will be benefited when you are hiring the S3 Glacier. The next major benefit of this S3 Glacier is the security. S3 Glacier is highly secure and durable technology platform with high recognized certifications and audits. This emphasizes the robust security measures. The cloud computing providers are highly invest the security options for more than individual capacity related to the AWS. It uses the data encryption, where the data is typically encrypted at rest when it is stored and in transit when it being uploaded or downloaded. AWS for users of AES 256 encryption, then access control, granular permissions and identity management related to the AWS identity management, that is AMM. It allows the users to control who can access what data. Compliance, that is related to the various industry and regular standards, which means the platform that has undergone third party audits. For the sake of security, the third party audits will be regularly done, as S3 Glacier is majorly used by the industries. Then comes to the monitoring and logging. The tools like CloudTrail will help in monitoring the cloud environment and usage of the S3 Glacier. Then comes to the durability, as we discussed previously, also related to the cloud storage. Here the average durability is 99.99999, like 9 nines. Overall 10 nines, 11 nines will be there. So it is also referred as 11 nines durability. So it is having high security and high durability. Next, after this, the next is about the redundant storage. The data is automatically replaces at multiple geographical locations, that is availability zones or data centers within the AWS region. Then even if there is a hardware failures, natural disasters or unseen events, the replicated images can be data can be retrieved from the replicated images which are stored all over the world at different data centers. Next is related to the checksum and integrity. This is a constantly verifies the integrity of the data, and it detect and it will repair any corruption it comes. Then comes to a simple elimination of hardware, software and capacity planning. These all comes under the simple notifications, where this is the serverless natural cloud storage, which will buy the no server storage devices or networking equipment purchases. Then it will install no operating systems, storage management software or backup applications to set up and maintain. Next comes to the plan capacity. It will even the plan the how far you can store. It will predict the future storage requirements or provisions. Excess capacity, saving money and efforts. Then comes to the flexibility. Any amount of data quickly it will be flexible, and virtually unlimited scalability. Here the data can be uploaded easily and effectively, and as per the requirement their instances can be increased or decreased. The scalability option is there, where the data can be in Glacier, the data can be stored as per the requirement, and unused data or unrecognized data can be deleted automatically when it is no longer required. Then multiple services are provided by the AWS S3 Glacier, where the multiple services include AWS Service Analytics such as Amazon Athena and machine learning training models which are used in the stored data of S3. Next it is the compute service, where Amazon Lambda or AWS Lambda or Amazon EC2 will be used. Then comes to the warehousing, data warehousing facility also, where it can store a large quantity of data, and it can easily update, retrieve and store the data in the AWS S3 Glacier. This is also one of the major advantage or benefit of the S3 Glacier. So these all are the major benefits related to the S3 Glacier. Next comes to the S3 Glacier review. So S3 Glacier is a data archiving service. It is a service where it is designed for the security, it is a design for the storage, and it provides the security, durability and extensively low cost. The cost is also very less comparing to the other services. Amazon S3 Glacier is designed to provide 11 nines durability for objects, that is 99.9999 up to 99% of durability. Then it supports the encryption through the secure socket layers and transport layer security. So these all are the major benefits. It will extremely provide the three options for access to archive, explain, standard and bulk. The retrieval systems range from a few minutes to the several hours. Next come to the Amazon S3 Glacier. Storage services for the low cost data will archive and also for the long term backup. If you can configure lifecycle archiving of Amazon S3 components to Amazon S3 Glacier, the retrieval options are standard 3 to 5 hours, bulk 5 to 12 hours, expected around to work is of 1 to 5 minutes. Then comes to the Amazon S3 Glacier, that is Amazon S3 buckets. It will archive after every 30 days, and the data will be deleted forever after 5 years if it is not data is not using, where the S3 Glacier limits its data by deleting when it is not in use. These are the major concepts related to the S3 Glacier. Once again we are going to discuss related to the S3 Glacier use cases, where the use cases are media asset archiving, healthcare information archiving, that means the data will be stored in S3 Glacier related to the healthcare. A large quantity of data can be stored in healthcare. Then regularity of and compliance archiving, then scientific data archiving, digital prevention, then magnetic tape replacement, then media asset archiving. These all are the different concepts related to the S3 Glacier. Amazon Cloud Service storage services are related to the simple storage service, elastic block service, elastic file service, S3 Glacier. This all we discussed. Once again, as closure of this particular session, I want to discuss these 4 components, services of the Amazon Cloud Storage. That is Amazon Cloud Storage, that is an object storage service which provides the web interface. Majorly website will be loaded in the websites and RDS related concepts will be loaded, where majorly the static websites are loaded in the simple storage service to store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere on the web. It's highly scalable, durable and available. It makes suitable for a wide range of use cases like data lakes and static websites. Then comes to the elastic block storage, a high level storage service that is designed to used with Amazon EC2 instances. It provides persistent storage volumes that can be attached to single EC2 instances, which is attaching like virtual hardware. Then elastic file system, a scalable full managed file storage services that can be unused with multiple EC2 instances simultaneously. It will provide the shared file system that is accessible by multiple compute systems. Then comes to the S3 Glacier. Then S3 Glacier, it will take the low cost for the sake of the storage. A high data storage can be stored in S3 Glacier, where we can have a good backup, good retrieval system, excellent data storage, and even it will delete automatically after certain period of time when the data is not yet used. And finally, we are going to conclude with the key points related to the AWS cloud storage. The first one is Amazon S3, that is simple storage service, a durable object storage service with all types of data is used. One is pay as you go pricing model. No upload investment is required. No long term commitment is used. Then comes to Amazon EBS, that is elastic block storage, where the block storage designed for use with the Amazon EC2 instances, which help you to reduce risk by being durable and secure. Then it allows user to avoid the risk associated with the handling physical media. Then comes to the Amazon EFS, elastic file system. This elastic file system for use with Amazon EC2 instances that comes under the agility and scale. Then it helps to reduce time to market. Then comes to the Amazon Glacier. It is a storage data. It is a storage for data that is infrequently accessed, easy to use with the self-service administration. Then it will provide the SDK for simple integration. This is all considered as the AWS cloud storage. By this, I am closing this session. Thank you. Thank you one and all. Like, share and subscribe.